Alright, so this story takes place around September or October of 2023. And yes, your boy can draw. I've been drawing ever since I learned what the hell pencil and paper were, and I think I learned how to draw before I even learned how to walk. Point being, I have many talents. Anyways, this is my senior year of high school, and you know how your senior year of high school is. You're straight bullshitting 90% of the time. Walking the halls, skipping classes, talking to all of your friends because you may never see them again. Basically, you're just doing anything and everything because at this point, let's be honest, you've already graduated school at this point. The teachers are just holding you here for another year for the few classes that you need done still. And what better way to show that senior year doesn't mean anything than explaining what senior option is? I don't know if only my school had something like this for seniors, but what senior option was this thing where if you were a senior and you got all of your credits done in a timely manner, you were allowed to leave school ridiculously early. Like at UHS, which is the school that I attended, you usually leave school at around 2:34 p.m. With senior option, my nigga, you could quite literally leave school as early as 12:18, depending on how your schedule is laid out. It is one of the greatest feelings ever to get back home and then do whatever the hell you want for the rest of the day. My point being is that you could pretty much do anything your senior year, and I took a hella advantage of that. So anyways, it's a Friday, and I'm walking with my homegirl, which we'll call Tanya. Tanya was a sophomore and is one of the coolest girls that I've ever met. We met the year prior to this story taking place, so around 2022, and I became like around a mentor for her, giving her advice every now and then about people around her. I was like a father figure to her. Anyways, we were in the halls, just chilling, and we're walking around, as you do. And we run into Tanya's friend, who we'll call Isabella or Issa, who was also a sophomore. And oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, she was fine, man. Still to this day, one of the most beautiful women I've ever laid my eyes on. She was this black and Puerto Rican, like me, brown skinned chick, around 5'5", with long, beautiful curly hair. However, when this story took place, her hair was in locks, so I had to draw it like locks for simplicity. And she also had dimples, man, so when she smiled, she looked real good. She was checking off every single box that my eyes could check off. What a first impression. So we all started walking together in the halls, and we're talking, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, I just start to go on my phone because I have really nothing to add to the conversation. While I'm on my phone, however, Tanya takes my phone and then takes a selfie with all of us in the picture. After the selfie, however, the bell rings so we get to class. While in class, I'm looking at the picture and Issa looks fine in it, man. I really couldn't believe a woman could look that good, like, ever. Fast forward to the end of the day, I get home, hop on the game, and then I start to think about Issa a bit more. I then asked Tanya for her Insta, and because she's the greatest homegirl a nigga could ever ask for, she gave it to me. I follow Issa, and then I go back to playing the game. I want to say about an hour goes by. Isabella then DMs me. Doesn't follow me back, mind you. She DMs me, which, looking back, is really weird. Like, you're telling me you go out of your way to review my account and don't even give me the decency to add me back. You DM me? I don't get it. Regardless, after she texts me, I text her back, and there's a decent amount of flirting between us, you know what I'm saying? I'm applying a little bit of pressure, and she's feeling me. And then after a while of us talking, she then follows me back. Mission accomplished. A couple days go by. Me and Isabella are hitting off pretty well. We're walking the halls and just talking about life and just overall talking about stuff that we're interested in. After school, when I head home with senior option, she then hits my phone with one of those questions. Fellas, you know what questions I'm talking about. It's one of those questions women ask you when y'all are in a talking stage and she wants to pull you into a relationship. Now, I don't remember what the question was exactly, but what I do remember is that what she said, she worded it like she wanted me to tell her that I wanted to be her boyfriend. It was sort of like her way of confessing, but not really at the same time. I'm not really too sure how to explain that. I, of course, said yes, but even when I said yes, something about that just didn't feel right to me. Even if I didn't know it then, something was telling me that there was something not entirely right with me accepting that proposal. Like I said, we've only been talking for about a couple of days at this point, and she already wants to be in a relationship with me? I don't know why it wasn't clicking for me at the time, but there was just something not entirely right with the situation. But besides that, everything was going smoothly about 3 to 4 weeks later. I get home after a long day of school, and guess who texts me but baby girl Issa. We need to talk. And instantly, I knew shit was up. Even though we haven't had any terrible moments in our small ass relationship, nothing good comes after a we need to talk text ever. and she pretty much just breaks up with me after that text. She said the reason is that my 18th birthday was coming up, and she said it'll look bad on my point, which to be fair, it definitely would look bad if I was with a minor when I was a legal adult. So I agree because it made sense. And then we go our separate ways. And not gonna lie, I was a little sad because I was really liking this girl, and she was the only girl I was really talking to at that point. So I was a little upset, okay? But at the same time, I wasn't completely heartbroken, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, at this point, we've only been talking for about a month now, and it's not like we've had that strong of an emotional attachment to each other that breaking up would really do any bad damage to any of us. So with that being said, we're broken up, and I proceed on with the rest of my day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if the story ended at just that, then I wouldn't be sitting up here telling you guys this story. What I'm about to give you guys right now is straight up whiplash. So again, a couple weeks go by and nothing special is going on. I stopped talking to Isabella, but I didn't block her though because like I said, I just didn't care enough to, and we were still on pretty good terms as friends. I'm sitting in class, just chilling, zoning out, sitting at my desk. I then go on my phone and hop on Insta to go through people's stories, and guess what I see? I see Isabella on a bed straddling on top of someone else. But trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it gets worse. She's straddling on another girl, bro. It was a stud. She was straddling a stud. To this day, I still can't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. This is to this day, this blows my mind. You only hear stories about stuff like this. I've never had something like this ever happen. You always see stories about people joking about, how a girl breaks up with you and then turns gay like a week after. I've never seen something like this happening in real life up until this moment. So I was just so lost. I was so confused, okay? Anyways, apparently she was bi, and Tanya for some reason just didn't feel like sharing that information with me. Homegirl on her for that one, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, Isabella got into a relationship with that chick for about a couple of months until they broke up for reasons that I don't feel like sharing because that's just not my place to share. And you guys, you want to know something crazier? The stud that Isabella was in the relationship with was a senior just like me. And then at that point, it all just clicked to me, dude. She was using me to waste time until she got what she really wanted, bro. Ain't that some shit, man? More of the story because I'm on my Young Don the Sauce God type shit. Do your research about who you want to get into a relationship with, because if my relationship with Issa was just a bit more longer and I got into a proper emotional connection with her, oh my goodness, things would have ended. Oh my god, I can't even properly speak. Just do your research on people before you fully commit to them. That's all I'm getting at, okay? It protects you from the stress and just the overall problems that you don't want to face with.